So your energy is why everybody catered to you.
I think it's more so because of the power of the black woman, like in general. Like going to a place like that reminds you of your aunt, your sister, your mom's even, depending on how old you are.
Food.
But going there and being like, I can escape home, I can escape the street life, and I can do something productive here, and it's somebody that's like my mother, my sister, my aunt running it, all right, I'm cool.
In the security aspect world, the best people that I hire are women. Right. Especially when I'm dealing with violent men. You know what I'm saying? If I get a location that's a violent location, and like Brooklyn, I have a lot of really like 2154 Nostrand Avenue, but I have a lot of crazy spots in Brooklyn. The females do way better, because if I say I hire you a guy that even think he's tough, that don't mean nothing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The neighborhood to come in there and show him that he's not tough enough. But a female, the female could deal right with, as long as she's not shy, willing, to speak, they take to her differently. That's a fact.
And it's an ego thing too. When a man he's in his feelings, and then some other man try to come in, that never works. And you know who was my best security too? Nation of Islam.
Yeah, back then.
Brother Steve, brother Chris. I don't know, it's something about them suits and them hats that when people came in, they acted accordingly.
And how they carry, they speak to people with respect.
With respect.
Organized.
Right.
With respect.
Being organized. Yeah.
Right. And it's called one of the most scariest things to see. Black men organized.
Yeah, that is true.
It's very scary.
There's a lot of power in that.
Yes.
I remember one of my teachers coming to my block, and he got all of my homeboys. He lined all of us up, and we walked around the block. And the way people were looking and the way people were coming over, like, what y'all doing with your? He showed us, like, you see how much power and attention you have when you're organized.
That's right.
Just walking around the block, that's all you did, and look how many people stopped to talk to you. I was like, wow, it's dope.
Another good one too is Chrisette Michelle.
I
will never forget when her album came out. My daughter said, "Ma, she sang all those songs at your show." And I was like, wow. I could get Chrisette Michelle anytime I wanted her. She would come and she would sing. Jay-Z, the same thing. But Big L, all I have to do is say, Big L, I don't have no artist, no good artist tonight. He would come anytime I call him. Dougie Fresh too. Dougie Fresh used to do my show all the time too.
You ever had Nas or AZ there?
Nas came, but they never performed for me. Never performed.
What's that about? Come on, Nasir.
Regular Queen shit.
And I wasn't really wanting them anyway. Because wherever they went, they shut the party down before the party even got started.
Wait. Nas and company?
Not Nas, his crew. It was never Nas. Nas was never the problem. It was his people. I remember when one of his album parties was down at the Palladium. And I called my friends, I'm on my way. Don't come. It's closed. The party didn't even get to start. It opened and it closed at the same time.
Grand opening,
I love Queensbridge, but wherever they went, it was rough. So, what Queens said, I was like, okay, I'm not mad. I love Queens though, but
they roll with a big crew.
And sometimes the big crew, some people,
not good,
they got attitudes.
Most times. Most times.
Egos.
Yes.
Most times.
Yes.
I find most people who roll with like big groups, there's always the bigger the group is, the more of a chance that there's that one guy who's trying to prove himself, and now because the group is bigger, for every 3 guys in there, at least one of them wants to show out. So now there's like 6. Now the group gets bigger.
It's that illusion of the upper hand.
Right.
And you know what else I used to do?
Somebody got to prove something.
Yes.
For no reason.
No, somebody's gonna be a dick to somebody,
for no reason.
and then they're gonna find out.
And I would never let crowds on my stage.
Right.
Only one time, Mr. Cheese, they bought all of their
The Lost Boys. You got to.
Yeah, the Lost Boys.
They're gonna dance together. They're gonna do.
Now you want to hear that story too?
Yes, I do.
It was my birthday.
Jay-Z
and them bought me a bottle of Cristal for a gift. I turned around. there was no Cristal. When the Lost Boys went on,
Drink it.
it was there, and it went off with them too.
Queen shit.
Queens niggas, man.
That's that Queen shit. I
Queens
thought
niggas.
Queens get the money.
Word.
Hey, take
Get the money and the bottles and
That's how you
Queens niggas did some Brooklyn shit. That's crazy.
That's how you get the money. You save it. You take somebody else's bottle. That's how it works.
Queens get the champagne.
Wait, so we get the shit.
I was so mad. I'll never forget that.
Oh,
What you
man,
did?
come on.
Cheeks, you've been on this show, bro.
You ain't tell that story.
You ain't
You
tell
ain't
that.
So he probably don't even remember.
Say it again.
He might have told us. He might have been like, you know, Marie Davis bottom now, me. That might have been it. That might have been
Bing Bing Bow Bow. You know what I'm saying? Bing Bing Bow.
Yeah.
Shout
Bing,
out
bing,
Shout out
bing,
my man
bing,
Cheeks,
bing,
man.
bing,
Love,
bottle,
love.
bing,
Shout out
bing,
to
you know what I mean?
Cheeks.
You know what I mean?
Cheeks, replace that bottle, bro. Replace that bottle.
Oh, you know another Monifa.
Oh.
That was another one too. Monifa.
It's been too long.
And then when I was diagnosed with HIV, she was like one of the first people that used to, you know, make sure that I was taken care of. And it was also Brenda Edwards worked up at Island Records. And when I became sick, I'll never forget, every paycheck she would have me come up there because I couldn't work, I was too sick. And she would put money in the envelope for me. Sincere Thompson,
Wow.
Justo, R.I.P. Justo.
Justo.
Now, let's go into that moment. You got this showcase, it's popping, things, everything. When did you first see the signs? Or did you get tested and you found out? Or did you start feeling different and you found out? Like, how did that work?
Life insurance policy.
Life insurance.
That's how I found out. They asked me to take life insurance, and I applied for a life insurance policy for $100,000. So, you know, if something happened to me, my kids would be taken care of. And they asked me, would you like an HIV test? And I was like, oh, why not? It's a gay white man's disease. Because that's what we thought that day. And then I received a letter a couple of days, 10 days later, and it said, "Dear Ms. Davis, we're sorry to inform you, we cannot, we reject you for the life insurance, but you have HIV. Please go and seek help."
When you read that letter, how'd you feel?
In the post office, you know, my faith is what came in, and I wrote on the letter, "This is not the plan. It's not true. God has another plan for me." He did. Because I thought Mad Wednesdays was about me being a big promoter and doing all these great things. But God was just lining me up to do the work in the community, be on the platform of HIV. Because it's not many people that talked about HIV. People know in the music industry was Eazy-E. He had AIDS and he died. And Magic Johnson. So it was me, Eazy-E, and Magic Johnson.
Wow.
Nobody, you know, there are a lot of black celebrities that died of complications due to AIDS. But, you know, people don't know about it.
Publicized that they actually had this.
If you go back and you Google their names, it tells you, but it wasn't publicized back then.
Right.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.